Greetings, everyone. This is Monsignor Wald. I'm here on my back patio on this beautiful Friday morning, May 8th, just to bring a couple of heads up types of things that are coming up this weekend, obviously with the beginning of our public masses, so I want to send out some reminders. But first of all, just by way of information, it's kind of an anniversary for us here at St. James Basilica and St. John's Academy. It was 1 year ago today, May 8th, that we had our groundbreaking ceremony with all of our children, not only in the school but in the faith formation program. Bishop was here, and all the architect and the construction manager, and many parishioners gathered for that wonderful day. We'll be putting out a video later today just kind of highlighting all that's taken place and in the project in this last year. But it's 1 year ago today that we had our groundbreaking ceremony. So a lot to be thankful for, huh? Thank you so much to the good people of who support St. John's Academy, the good people of our parishes, and our many benefactors and alumni of that great school. So much has been accomplished in this last year, and primarily because of your goodness and your generosity. So thank you very, very much for all of that, and keep up the good work. And hopefully by the end of the summer, we're ready for the fall of the school year. We'll be in a whole new addition and some remodeling in the old school. So great things to be thankful for. So what I wanted to highlight in this video, very short, just a reminder, send this around, make sure your relatives in the parish and your friends in our parish remember some of the changes that need to take place this coming weekend. So on this beautiful morning, it's a nice brisk morning, I got a great cup of coffee here, and Monsignor needs a couple of those every morning just to get his stubbornness out of him and his little bit of an attitude. And then he feels great. Everything's wonderful. So a couple cups of coffee right here in the morning out on this brisk day is a great way to start this wonderful Friday. So just a few highlights. Again, our Mass schedule, as you know, I changed all of it for the weekend, everything. So forget about when you used to go to Mass. And the reason why I did that again is to make us be attentive that we have to do things a little bit differently. And I don't want people going to the same masses that they've been going to for years and years and years. We got to think differently in these days, because we have that social distancing, and we have to be faithful to that as best we can. And hopefully by adding masses and changing the schedule, people will consider going to other times, obviously. So our Mass schedule. Saturday evenings, we have 2 vigil masses, 5 and 7 p.m. On Sundays, we will have Mass at 7:30, 9:30, 11:30, and 4:30. So Sundays is 7:30, 9:30, 11:30 in the morning, and 4:30 in the afternoon. So please keep that in mind. Also, I changed our daily Mass schedule. We have Mass, as we always do, at 12:10, Monday through Friday, and then at 8 a.m. on Saturday. And what I've added is a 5:20 Mass Tuesday through Friday. And I did that again to open up the opportunities for maybe people don't want to come on Sunday. They don't want to be around a lot of people. They're a little squeamish about this whole virus thing. Maybe they're elderly or vulnerable in different ways. You can come, especially to the 5:20. That Mass has relatively low attendance, so you have all kinds of room in the church. As I like to say, you can lay down in the pews, huh? There's so much room. 5:20, Tuesday through Friday. All right, a few things about Sunday Masses. We're encouraged to wear our masks, okay? So bring a mask with you. If you don't have one, we have some wonderful ladies in the parish making beautiful masks here. They're wonderful. It's great to see so many people step up to be helpful. So we do have some here. Obviously, I suspect we'll run out of them, but if you have one, do bring it with you. So they're encouraging us to wear a mask. Also, bring a little hand sanitizer. Maybe just before you come down for communion, you can sanitize your hands, helping us to not only keep the priest safe, but everyone else. So social distancing, obviously, we're going to be sitting in every other pew. Not families can occupy a whole pew, obviously, but if you're not of the same families, you'll have to sit in the ends of the pew, and keeping at least 6 feet between you. And with that social distancing, that also means coming and going from Mass. Be careful. You may not care in reality about getting sick or passing it on or whatever, but others do, and so we need to be respectful of people's space and social distancing, coming and going from church also. And remember, I'm hoping that by adding 2 more masses, we'll alleviate some of this strain, but obviously the church is going to be full very quickly because of the every other pew and not being able to occupy the whole pew. So I'm hoping this doesn't happen, but if it does, just be respectful and kind that, if the church is full, it's full. You'll have to pick another mass. And remember that Bishop has not, you are dispensed still. He's not removed that dispensation to attend Sunday Mass. You're dispensed from that. You do not have to go to Mass. So particularly if you're elderly, you're among those vulnerable of the population in reference to this virus. If you're squeamish at all about coming to Mass, you have young children who it's hard to keep the social distance with them. If you're feel as though you're just not comfortable, you don't have to come to Mass. You're dispensed of that obligation. So please be aware of that, okay? And hopefully we don't have to turn people away, but that could happen. And so be respectful of each other, be kind. Thank you for understanding, and let's always be Christian in the midst of this. And there's no congregational singing, so here at the Basilica, our cantors probably will sing a couple solos, I'm sure, and we'll certainly have instrumental music. But there's no congregational singing, so please keep that in mind. Again, that's to avoid the spread of the virus by people projecting their voice. And so for those people who sing out there in the congregation, that might be a little bit different and difficult, but hopefully this doesn't last forever. And communion, we're going to ask you as you come up for communion, you keep that social distancing. The priest will try to remember to put his mask on during distribution of Holy Communion. We're also asking you to consider receiving communion in the hand. You can, obviously, receiving on the tongue is an option for people, but we're asking that in this time that we try to remember to receive on the hand, just to help the situation so that the priest is not accidentally touching our mouth and such. So communion might go a little bit slower just because we have to have social distancing. When we're receiving communion, we're not going to have Eucharistic ministers. The priests and the other priests will probably come out and help with distribution of Holy Communion. So just be attentive to those changes. So that's my announcement for this Friday before we begin our public liturgies here at the Basilica and our surrounding parishes. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you and worshiping with you again. I have missed you greatly. I know our other priests here at the Basilica, the same is for them. So this is a new time for us, and I think a time again where we can illustrate great faith and charity and love with and for one another. So thank you. Enjoy the beautiful day today, and we'll see you this weekend. God bless you.